It's time to get a little less serious about wrestling. This is the Alternate Commentary Table with lifelong friends.
Notice your difference in size.
And lifelong wrestling fans.
Each is a very capable performer, and each is a little too clever to give the other boy much of an advantage.
Mitch Honsius.
Credits himself with a lot of power.
And Dimitri Carolus.
So that he got all that power from drinking raw olive oil all through his youth.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you right now, it's been a long time coming. You know you haven't heard these voices for a bit, but you can't tell me that you haven't forgotten them.
Nikki, hey.
What? It's
Nikki.
Mitch, can I do?
No, I'm good. How are you? I'm good. No, I'm good. How's Mickey? She's great.
Mitch?
Yeah, no, listen. I know. One of the best
Mitch, we're
podcasts of all time.
Mitch?
I know.
Oh, my goodness.
No, listen. Okay, this is my idea for SmackDown.
This isn't happening.
I'm just telling you, Nick. You're taking it to the now.
Mitch.
Hold on, Nick. Excuse me for 1 second.
Stop it.
What? What do you want?
What? What? It's not what I want. It's what the people want. I know what you're doing. I know what's
Okay, hold on.
You could have taken that call anytime.
I apologize. I gotta take this call. I gotta do this pod real quick. You know what it is? That thing last week, blah blah. You know what it is.
Typical Mitch.
Listen, you're the treasure. No, you're the treasure. Okay, you hang up first.
I can't believe this is happening.
You hang up first. You didn't hang up, did you? Okay. 1, 2, 3, we hang up together. Okay, good night.
I'm gonna
Bye-bye.
leave. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna do it.
Hey! What's happening?
Don't you hate me.
What? What happened?
Do not hate me.
What?
You know what? First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, it's good to be back. Thank you very much. I would have had more spunk. Actually, I had more spunk when I started the show until Mr. Hothead over here decided that all of a sudden he needs to take personal calls with his new best friend. We're going to get to that. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Alternate Commentary Table, brought to you by the celebration. Celebration times. Come on. Celebrate wrestling. That's right. That is the name of the game. It's the game that has changed and changed for the better. McGuire is still on wrestling in our books. What? We don't care what we say. But look, ladies and babies, you're going to listen to us. You're going to listen to Legends and Champions. You're going to listen to McGuire's show. You're going to listen to all of it coming down the pipe with the new and improved and repackaged, still same content. But you know what? I say Daddy explains it the best to say that we are all here to celebrate wrestling, because that is what we do. We are all coming at it at all different angles. We're coming at it because we love it, we hate it, and that's what entertainment does to us. Now look, we've been on a hiatus. The ACT, you haven't heard these voices for a long time. I tried to start the show until Mr. Mitch,
I had to take a call.
I had
to take a call.
You didn't have to take a call. The guy gets one.
He called me to say, hey, what did you think of SmackDown tonight? I said, hey, great show. You go and turn the button on. I was trying to mind my own business.
Okay, Mitch.
Me and Nikki are good buddies. Nikki? This is what we talk to.
You and Nikki?
Me and Nikki.
Okay, you tell the cream.
Nikki and Mickey. This is what I got over here.
You tell the cream of the common crap.
Hey!
He waits.
You watch your mouth.
He waits.
You watch your mouth on this show.
I talk. Because I'm what counts around here. Listen, the guy gets one surprise in for you. Are you happy, Mike? Daddy, are you happy? I want to do Mitch favors. I want to get him his best friend over here. Look at what you've created.
First off, hold on a minute. Was Nick Aldis not doing our promo a couple of months ago? Did he not do a promo for the ACT?
No,
yes or no?
Hold on.
Yes or no? Your Honor, permission to badger the witness. Did he not, yes or no, do a promo for the show?
Overruled?
No, there's no overrule.
And by the way, excuse me.
What?
He did do a promo for our show where he just had to say all about you and nothing about me.
Well,
And by the way, you get the Aldis.
Yeah.
What did I get?
You didn't get anything.
I didn't even get an invite.
I'll tell you why you didn't get anything. You know what it is? this kind of it's what's happening right now.
You know what I noticed? No, here's what I noticed.
No, it's what's happening right now. This is what happened.
Keep your mouth shut.
No.
Here's what I noticed. You and GW Joe,
right,
which I would never get jealous of because he's GW material.
You watch your mouth.
I will watch my mouth. You guys got, me and the Andy Evans, in the dark.
Evans had a show. He got a show.
Excuse me?
He got one.
What happened?
Listen.
Hold on a second.
He got one. Did you listen to his show this week, by the way? Like, honest to God.
So it's a me thing.
I don't want to say it was a you thing. It was a thing. It wasn't a you thing. It was a thing.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie to you.
I guess one of us is celebrating wrestling.
I was minding my own business this week. Yeah. And I was like, perusing the net as I usually do. Yeah. And then I was doing some things around the house or whatever. And then, dude, I swear to goodness, Andy's show came on. And I put it on. Yeah. The Legacy of the Royal Rumble. I lost my mind. Yeah. It was so good. Yeah. Andy, respect, bro. I absolutely loved the whole show. And I look forward to next week.
So I'm going to tell you, all jokes aside, as we joke around in this, one of the really cool things, the Holiday Hullabaloo, let's go back to that. I love that round table.
That was nice.
Because we all, for all of you that are listening to the respective shows, whether you're listening to Exclusive, whichever one is your favorite on the Celebrate Wrestling, or whether you listen to all the shows, you got to keep one thing in mind. We got a really cool chat group. We're always in communication, but very rarely do we have a show like that.
Right.
Where we were all together on that round table. We got to keep going on that train. That was fun.
That was
and
fun.
I got to give the Andy Evans from the other side of the pond.
Way over there.
He is so good at being Han Solo.
Yeah.
And keeping it interesting. That is a skill set.
I'm telling you right now, I learned more about Royal Rumble in about an hour's, not even an hour, it's like 40 minutes, than I ever have in my entire life.
Yeah.
He's got it going on.
And now you know why Cody Rhodes should re-enter to win the Royal Rumble, to be his own champion, to challenge himself.
I have said this before. We said this last year. Why can't the champion go into the ring in the Royal Rumble? Yeah. And if he ends up winning, he goes, hey, guess what? I got WrestleMania off.
And he should get the pick who he challenges.
Or he just takes a day off.
Yeah. He's like, calling it in.
I'm calling it in.
Yeah. It's a veto power.
Darn right.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
And everyone's like, is he going to choose someone? And I'm taking a day off.
I'm taking a day off.
Yeah.
Not a bad day off. Sit in the front row. Wait a minute. I think I saw this. Netflix. You don't think we were going to talk about this? Yeah, sure, it's been 2 weeks.
Sure.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
I'm a little, okay, so last week we couldn't do a show because it's a long story, but here we are. 2 weeks later, we need to talk about this Netflix WWE.
Okay, what are you thinking? Where do you want to go with this, Mitch?
Let's just start from the beginning. Let's be respectable. Let's say, what were your thoughts? I'm going to say it out to you first. Okay? Because I care about you.
Thank you.
What were your thoughts on this whole WWE?
Okay.
January 6th.
Okay.
Netflix, WWE partnership. What did you think of the show? What did you think of the partnership so far? So far, there's been 2 shows.
Yeah.
We're on our way to the 3rd. Give me everything.
So, there's a lot that's going on here. Thank you for the runway.
Hey,
thank you.
Take your time.
It's almost like this is my...
I'm over here.
This is almost like my celebrity show.
Please.
I'm surprised.
You know what? Yes.
I'm surprised that someone would care for my opinion.
No one cares, but go ahead. No, listen to me. No one cares.
No one cares.
But go ahead.
You're killing me. So, well played, sir. Okay, so what do I think about it all? There's actually a lot. Overall, I like everything that's going on.
Okay.
But here's the thing. It is taking me a little bit getting used to.
Why?
Because I always knew that I would record or PVR Monday Night Raw.
Right.
Okay. And I always knew that it was on this time to this time. And I've known that for what seems to be a lifetime.
Right.
So to know that it is accessible now at any time, I feel that as a wrestling fan, I've gotten a little lazier.
Okay.
I'm not committed to the time. I'm not rushing to the event. I could say,
Fair enough.
It's Monday. I can watch you at any time I want.
I got it.
Okay?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a shame on me. But I love that the archive is always going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
So going from the whole Netflix package, here's what I love. I show up game day of. I got the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
You talked about Royal Rumble. I got the whole history of Rumble I can watch.
Yeah.
I can watch all WrestleManias.
Right.
I don't have to go to YouTube anymore. Guys,
That is a big thing.
Guys, this is
Well
a
played.
big thing. I don't have to go to YouTube because now I can go to the full collection. This is from a business standpoint, WWE doesn't need its own WWE network. It now is using a Netflix network.
That's a good point.
Magnificent play.
They don't need the channel anymore.
Why put the infrastructure and the money involved to create your own channel when you have the biggest from market share, from anything you want to say, purveyor of content at your disposal right now to do the work for you? Perfect partnership. The WWE is like the NHL. You get to be the trial run to see if it works. Because here's what's coming down the pipe.
Right.
NFL is going to come down the pipe.
Yeah.
NBA, all sports and all entertainment. Now, here's the other thing I like about the whole Netflix thing. They adjusted the look of Raw.
Okay.
The ring is different.
Yes.
The perimeter of the ring is different. The camera angles, how they pan and go in.
Different. Yeah.
You know, everything is different. I feel like we're in a different era. I love it all. Now, let's get to episode 1. Everyone put shade on episode 1. Even you. I heard you.
Oh, I'm going to say.
Okay.
Oh, I got my bit.
But I disagree with all of you. Because everyone, this is what I know about wrestling fans, me included. I'm in the pile, Mitch.
Okay.
Everyone has to always be so judgy. As a
Judgy's not a bad thing.
Hold on. As a Raw,
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time on a Monday Night Raw, had it been on network television, that we got matches like that. And I have to ask myself and say, hey, if this production was given to us 4 weeks ago, while it was on cable network, we'd love it. We'd love to see the Reigns. We'd love to see the Punk and the Rollins. We'd love it all. But we overjudged it because it was on Netflix. We got pay-per-view for free.
Okay.
Free-ish.
Free-ish. However, I'm gonna interject and I'm gonna say my piece now. You are right on one end, wrong on another. And follow me on this. I didn't promote the Big Mac Classic because I was bored at home. Meaning,
yeah, you were talking to the Aldis.
if McDonald's turns around and says, hey, our Big Mac, the thing that makes it popular is the Big Mac. But hey, guess what? We're going to make it double patties all of a sudden, and we're going to make it better. And then all of a sudden you bite into it and you're like, you know what? It wasn't as good as I thought. That's what I got out of the Netflix and the Raw. Where I'm going with this is this. I was happy that they're on Netflix now. I do find there is a different, you're absolutely right. It's a different game. It's not the same. I find myself clicking on Netflix now, watching it, and then all of a sudden I'm like, hey, you know what? I wanted to check the score in the hockey game. I got to get it on Netflix. I got to go to this thing. Where before it was very simple. Boom, boom, up and down, right? So the game has changed a little bit on that end.
Okay.
I'm a little more committed to watching Netflix as a whole. What I didn't like in episode 1, the very first Netflix, is simply this. You guys were promoting this to be, to your point, as a pay-per-view. And they had all the matches. The Roman Reigns, the Ula Fala, the Solo Sikoa, the Drew McIntyre, blah, blah, Rhea Ripley, and then blah, blah, blah. And then CM Punk, and we'll get to you in a second, and the Rollins at the end. Here's the problem that I had with everything. When I saw The Rock coming out at the very beginning and coming out and acknowledging all the executives and then and taking his belt and giving it to his daughters, who are cute, by the way, and then giving it to everybody, and then acknowledging the Cody Rhodes. Listen, I joke around about how much I joke with the Cody Rhodes and everything, but guys, if everyone was mad about kayfabe back in the day and this and that, it was all killed. Why couldn't they do all that stuff before the lights went on? Okay. Why couldn't they do all that stuff before? And they didn't. And so to me, you got this guy who The Rock, who everybody was so excited to see because of one reason. They thought Rock, the final boss, was coming in as his character. He came in as the chairman, as the guy that actually cares about like the stock prices and this and that. And he comes and talks to Cody, hey, tell Mama Rhodes I say hi and all this. No, you killed me. You killed me, Rock. You killed the whole night to me. I
get that.
I'm sorry. You killed the whole night. The rest of the night, I'm not joking you, I literally couldn't even see straight. I couldn't see straight because to me, it was like, what are we doing here? I know you guys are on Netflix. Congratulations. And I like this and it's going to work and it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. But that whole intro killed all that momentum, all that fun stuff you guys had going on. You killed it all in 5 minutes.
I agree with you on that. That is
5 minutes.
Okay, now this is where I say we're talking about two different things, but kind of the same thing. It's one of those scenarios. Mm-hmm. If we're talking about the whole Netflix experience, it's all top marks for me so far. I can't see anything wrong with it. If you're talking,
let me stop you right there. Let me interject 1 second. Yeah. You don't think that their promos? Do you think their promos have lived up to the matches and everything that's been going on? Because week one, the very first week, you got to be honest right now. Did you think I know it looked like a pay-per-view as you alluded to earlier.
It looked like a PLE.
It did not end like a pay-per-view.
They didn't promote it as such.
No, they promoted it as such.
No.
They promoted it as such.
Hold on. They promoted it as an event. What we didn't realize is that
they promoted it as a pay-per-view.
Yeah, but we got what we wanted. So
no, we did not.
Okay, because you're telling me right now that on an episodic show, as in Raw, you're telling me that on Raw, you would get the Seth Rollins versus CM Punk, which everyone was saying
ended in a clean win for CM Punk. You would get that?
We'll get to that.
You watch your mouth when you talk to me.
We were expecting that at WrestleMania.
Sure.
So what do you want?
And even that win wouldn't have ended that way.
Would you have wanted Raw, or do you want the PL? What do you want?
What do I want?
See, you're selfish.
No. Can I tell you something? You know what I want? I want what every fan thought they were going to get, which was unpredictable scenarios. Everything ended very clean. Rhea Ripley winning the title back. Why?
Right.
Why?
Why not?
Well, okay, fair enough, but why? Roman Reigns winning the Ula Fala, and then now what? We've talked about this over and over again. Even GW Joe agrees. What are we going to do?
Yeah, I agree.
Then at the end, okay, Drew McIntyre had a fight and other people had a fight, but let's get to that CM Punk thing. Let's get to that.
Sure.
Do you actually believe that ending with CM Punk? I don't have a problem with CM Punk, but you know what I have a problem with, Dimitri? I don't understand. How did CM Punk literally rise to the top of the WWE universe?
Because
How? Why?
What do you mean?
What's the scenario?
Mitch, because he is CM Punk.
What?
Yes.
No, but
he's that good, man.
He's that good.
Yeah, he is.
He's that good.
He's a draw.
I don't believe we're having this conversation right now. I can't believe we're having this conversation right now.
Yes, we are.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, hold on a second. Here's a guy. Let me ask you a question. Would you at least agree with me that he's won the lotto? Follow me on this. 10 years out of the business, shows up at AEW in his hometown.
Why are you
AEW? Because I'm upset. Because AEW, he shows up, gets the biggest ovation of all time, which, by the way, still get goosebumps about it. Yeah. Amazing. Okay. You were at my house the day that he came back, remember?
I was at your house.
That was amazing.
Dude.
Listen, I don't hate CM Punk. I'm just telling you right now. Hold on. That was amazing when he came back to AEW. Like, you couldn't ask for a better scenario, okay?
Yeah.
A year later, goes to Wimbledon, or goes to Wembley Stadium. He has one of the biggest draws of all time.
That's how good he is. He could have won Wimbledon.
He fights Jack Perry, Luke Perry's son, and him fight in the back. Him and Samoa Joe have a great match. Ends up, blah, blah, blah. They fight. They break up. He goes to Survivor Series at WWE, comes in as one of the last participants, or just like a guy that comes in. Another big draw out of that. Sure. Okay. Pulls his bicep or tricep or rips it out of his body. Can't do what he was supposed to do at WrestleMania, but still had a great spot at WrestleMania, I have to admit.
You're welcome.
Then all of a sudden gets better, fights Drew McIntyre in the Hell in the Cell, gets that win, comes back to Survivor Series, goes, hey, by the way, I'm the 5th member of the Bloodline, which was the biggest run of all time, joins that faction, hey, P.S., you owe me a favor, jumps all the way over, comes over, and now he's like legitimately this guy that beats Seth Rollins. Like, who is this guy? And why is he this guy that we all want to win? Like, I don't hate him. I don't care for him. But at the same time, why is he getting so much love?
Mitch, because he's undeniable.
What?
You cannot tell me that WWE Monday Night Raw is not better off with him in the roster. Because I will tell you, for me, I'm not CM Punk is not going to go down as even my top 2 greatest wrestlers of all time.
Exactly.
Okay?
But he's getting treated like he is.
No, but
he's getting treated like he is, Dimitri.
Because to me, he is right now the biggest draw that keeps me interested in wrestling.
You mean to tell me, you're looking at me straight in my face.
Right in your face.
CM Punk is the reason you watch wrestling right now.
He is in my power rankings, number 1. What draws me to see what him and that storyline is going to say. So when you turn around and say, why does he get the pub and the press and this and that? Number 1, he is that good. He is making everything interesting. And you can't say anything less. Come on.
Listen,
hold on, Mitch.
But it's not so much. It's not because he's being pushed. Why is he being pushed? Mitch, that's what I can't get behind.
You just talked about all these spots from AEW to WWE that are relevant moments in the recent wrestling history.
Right.
And they all involve the same guy.
Yeah. You're not. Listen. Okay. You're right.
So,
I'm looking for the answer. Why?
Because he still knows how.
Is he better than Will Ospreay? Is he better than Kenny Omega?
Yes.
Is he better than Cody Rhodes? Yeah.
Arguably.
Is he better than everyone else? I didn't see it that way.
He's interesting. He's interesting.
Interesting.
And if you tell me right now that there is the best storyline, like CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and now with the addition of the McIntyre week too, is the greatest storyline angle in wrestling.
I will say this.
Tell me I'm telling lies.
You're not. In 2 weeks from now, Royal Rumble's around the corner. It is very interesting because another big guy, a guy that I love and covet,
Otis
Cena.
Oh, sorry. Wrong guy.
He's coming
Okay, so
back.
what does he do?
Okay, let me get into
happens?
that. So he comes onto the Netflix first episode.
I think he can win.
Here's the thing. He tells you he's not going to win, but then he says he's going to win it. And here's my biggest thing with him. At 46, 47 years old that he is.
Very
my
young,
age,
by the way. Very young.
Your age, my age. This jorts thing, I can't take it serious anymore. I can't do it. John, we got to do something. We got to change your image. We got to do something.
No.
I can't get you to be 7-time/18-time world champion, the greatest of all time in jorts. I can't do it. I won't do it.
It has to be in the jort, and he has to have a belt made of jort material.
Okay.
Yeah.
If he gets a belt made in jort, fine.
It's a win for everybody.
It's a win for everyone.
So here's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay.
John Cena for me.
Yeah.
After everything I just defended CM Punk.
Right.
John Cena for me, I don't know where to take this angle because part of me says this is why the writers and WWE, they know exactly how to tug
they know.
on the most important instrument that anyone could play. It's called the heartstring.
Right.
And when they pluck those strings, they got me. I'm sitting here looking at John Cena saying, "Dear Lord, I want you to be the GOAT of all time and hit that,
he's going to do it.
Championship record."
He's going to do it.
But the journey is sometimes just as good as the outcome.
Can I just say something? For anyone that doesn't think he's going to win it, you're silly. He didn't take off movie career. He didn't take off all these other things that he could do for the next year to concentrate on wrestling, to not be the all-time winning champion. He's going to be that guy.
Or maybe
it's going to be fun.
Maybe the journey is, that's why I say,
no.
Unless he's willing.
There's no way. There's no way they don't give it to him. There's no way.
But this is the beauty of wrestling and why we celebrate wrestling.
That's well said.
This is
well said. It's just not going to happen.
Every outcome is perfect. Yes,
well said. Listen to me. At the end of the day, he should get to that music. John Cena in jorts. I'm just I don't know. Do I want him in tights? I don't know what I want.
So
I don't know.
What if he wears CM Punk Raw Netflix jorts?
Maybe.
That's like nightmares for you. It's nightmares for you.
Okay, real quick, I got to bring this up. The Hulk Hogan coming out and getting booed.
Oof.
How did you feel?
Listen.
What did you feel about that?
What did I feel about that?
Were you surprised?
No. Yes and no.
Well, you got to have been surprised.
No, I wasn't surprised.
You weren't surprised?
Hold on a sec.
Okay.
You mean to tell me you're on the Eastern Seaboard?
Western Seaboard.
Or Western Seaboard, excuse me. And you're going to bring Hulk Hogan out on the debut there? With,
Yeah, but you know what? What were the chances? This is where I totally agree with you.
What were the chances?
Who's your booking guy? You know what I mean? Is it the same guy that pushes the button at AEW? Must be. Because, yeah, you're right. 110%. Like,
but you still got to do it because he's
guys,
Hulk Hogan.
Do we really bring Hogan out? What are the chances they're going to boo him? Oh, they were pretty high. I was actually quite impressed and surprised that the fans were that engaged in political, because this is all political.
So let me get this straight.
100%.
You're going to get a guy. Listen, wrestling. Hold on.
Hogan comes out on Netflix premiere in Wisconsin or like Iowa. He's not getting booed. Okay, let's just call it.
Or anywhere where there's open carry.
That's right. He's not getting booed.
So let me get this straight. Hey guys, listen, Hulk Hogan, we kind of got to do it. He just did like 2 Trump rallies, and hi California.
Hey. Listen, all I'm going to say is this.
I'm not a genius booker.
No, it's true.
I'm not saying I can't.
Agreed?
Your boy, I can't do Nick Aldis' job. I'm not.
That's why, see, Nick said, no, I'm not putting him on SmackDown. Nick already called me.
So we're surprised
He goes, Mitchie.
by this?
He goes, Mitchie. This is what he said to me. He goes, Mitchie. I go, hey, Nicky, what's up? He goes, do I put Hogan, and this is why he talks.
Yeah, okay.
He goes, do I put Hogan?
Because you're close.
Yeah, we're tight. He goes, do I put Hogan on SmackDown? I'm like, no. He goes, all right, I'll let that other guy do it. And I go, yeah, let that guy, that other idiot do it. Pierce.
Right,
Let Pierce do it.
Yeah.
And look what happened.
So you...
I don't want to say I did it, but I did it. I stopped it from happening on SmackDown. Yeah. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome.
So
you're welcome to SmackDown.
Do I get to call him Nicky because we're together?
No, not even close. No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, no, you can't. Like
He
go
knows
anywhere
about me,
near-
right? Like when you
Yeah,
guys-
well, he knows that you sit next to me. He knows. Can I be honest with you? He thinks you're my son. That's what he thinks. He thinks you're my son.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what he thinks. I actually, to be honest, I told him you're my son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I really loved about your episode, though? As
Yeah.
we're into it,
Yeah, please
I just
bring
love
it
how
Go ahead.
I love
Yeah.
how much you respect women's wrestling.
No,
Like
but
my
listen.
takeaway.
Can I just tell you something?
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm true. Like all these other guys on the internet and
Sure.
everything, we're kissing ass.
Yeah.
I'm straight with Mickey.
Right.
I go, Mickey, listen, I wasn't happy with what I saw at Survivor Series.
Right.
I wasn't happy.
Right.
I want to see something. And you know what? She called. She said, hey, let me answer your question.
Right.
And she did a great job of doing it.
Look, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
where I have to agree with you is
Right.
when the cream comes, the cream comes.
The darn rights it does. I got a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a while since we talked. Mike did such a great job of hiding it from me, and the next thing I know, I got my best friend, talking to me on the phone. It was crazy. Listen, let's talk real quick about what happened on SmackDown on Raw this week. I don't even know where to start. Can I just ask you a question? Chad Gable, he came out and he goes, "I'm going to stay with WWE."
Yeah.
And I'm going to do this thing American made and blah, blah. And then they bring out, what did I say about a year ago? What did I say on this show a year ago?
Dude, okay. For all of you listening right now, I got to take over and I got to back my boy Mitch up right now. If you haven't been listening to the ACT, where? But if you haven't been listening to it, he called it a while ago, talking about the Penta and saying, hey, this guy is in the wrong place.
That's
great
right.
wrestler, great everything in the wrong place. Lo and behold. I got to say a couple things about that. Jade Cargill, Penta, Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
3 people that the WWE has to remind wrestling fans what the entertainment business is all about. We've been watching Penta start matches, be in matches, continue to do his part in AEW, and be beloved until the point the contract was up. When I watched his promo on Monday, all I saw was, dude, I wanted to shed a tear, man.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you.
That was, it's like what you said, Mitch, he knew. It was great to watch.
Just wait.
And WWE, Chad Gable, The Miz, however you want to put these unsung heroes.
Yes.
Put a title on this guy. At some point, please give him his due.
Give it.
Because how do you not debut like that and have a guy who doesn't have an ego to put someone over like that? Not that it's his decision, but to be in the company and do that. Nonetheless, wow.
Yes.
I mean, great debut, worked its way. And Netflix, can I tell you something else? This is why else I'm loving Netflix. I get real-time subtitles.
Yeah.
Nobody has to speak English
You don't need to.
in the WWE universe anymore.
Yeah.
And now we can actually understand the promos.
That's right. Listen, all I'm going to say is this. It's been a little bit of waiting. We got him in. I just don't understand what they're doing with Chad. I'll never understand what they're doing with Chad. But you know what? Penta's here. He's going to be in the Royal Rumble. It'll be fun. And you know what? That guy's at 100 miles an hour where everyone else is running at 70. Like, that's all I'm going to say
With
to you.
Penta?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's fun. And wait. Just wait. You know what I'm saying?
I know
Just wait.
Listen, I'm going to say something about the Gable.
Right.
They're setting him up
Yes.
to turn face.
You think?
Yeah, I am.
Maybe.
And then he will get a title.
It's like Captain America.
He'll get a title.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Listen, I'd like to think that the guys that put their efforts in get their due, but here's the thing. I also saw what happened with Cody, and I'm like, I don't know if I care about him anymore. That's it.
Mitch, can I make
No one deserves anything. That's it.
Can I make an admission?
Go ahead.
So you and I, we do this show every single week.
We try.
Okay? We do. We try.
Yeah.
We try our best. We do the show every single week. We try to keep up on things, this, that, and the other. And
You hate Cody Rhodes.
no, I love the Cody Rhodes. But I'll tell you what
I thought you were going to
I think I hate.
Okay. Cody
Hate's a strong word. Disinterested in.
Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes.
Nick Aldis to me.
Hey, whoa.
No.
Buddy, I will rush you right now.
I missed AEW this week.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not go back to watch it.
I'm going to tell you something.
And
it was next on my notes.
Actually?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
notes right here.
ACT, roster, all of you,
Yeah.
everyone alike, GWOites, I have an admission. I missed AEW, and I actually did not want to go back to see what I missed and felt better coming unprepared to the show. Hot take, but just tell me if I'm off Kelter.
You're not crazy. Here's what I've saw now. Now that we talked about what happened with WWE and Netflix, what we've seen in live is this. WWE has taken such a huge lead as the number one promotion in all of wrestling that AEW, in a weird way, says, why fight? Why fight? We got our TV money. We're good. We got some great wrestlers over here. Okay. We're just going to go at our own pace. And the reality is, Dimitri, you're not crazy because they're also not putting the effort in. I happened to watch AEW this week, and I think everyone that's been listening to the ACT over the last year and a bit that we've been on knows one thing and one thing only. What's my number one pet peeve? Ramps. And the day I saw, listen to me very carefully, AEW. You listen to me very carefully, Tony Khan. I do not care what venue you go into or whatever the case may be where you're like, oh, it's too far away. WrestleMania a couple of years ago, Royal Rumble a couple of years ago, had a ramp or a runway where it was like 4 kilometers. 4 kilometers for the wrestlers to get from the back of the gorilla room to the ring. And they did it. And I expect you guys to do the same. The ramp is the worst creation and idea in wrestling of all time. Whoever came up with the ramp, shame on you. It's bad. It doesn't work. TNA's done it, and God forbid they ever try to do it again. And same with you guys. If there has to be a ramp where there's like a 20 meter an hour, I don't care if it takes an hour to get there. Do it. I don't care. It's horrible. Dimitri, you're not wrong. AEW right now, I think, knows for the next little while they're gonna stay at second place forever. And they've basically said, well, we're just gonna throw everything at it. Did they take the John Moxley and the Orange Cassidy out of first position or starting the matches off? Yes, they did. And you know what? It's working. Omega fought. Who did Omega fight? I got it here. Omega was taking on
Mitch.
Yeah.
Hold on. This is my point.
Yeah. What?
Why am I not that excited about the return?
Because they're not making it fun. They're not even trying to put an effort in, buddy. That's what it comes down to.
This is my point.
Yeah.
Is like we went from a point where Kenny Omega
Right.
is up there for pound greatest wrestler on the planet to being packaged as a guy on the roster.
You're not wrong. You're not totally wrong. This is the problem.
And when I'm looking at like AEW, like you guys, what keeps me there?
Brian Cage. Him and Brian Cage go at it. Two great wrestlers. I like them both. I like Brian Cage a lot. But the problem of the matter is you're right. You're starting it off that way.
Guys, I'm sorry.
It's nothing.
I had no appetite to, like, knowing we were going to do the show this week.
Right.
And we're back on it.
Yeah.
Part of me is like, okay, watch it. I was to the point where I said, I'm sure Mitch watched it, throw in talking points.
Right.
That's so bad to say.
I'll tell you 2 things you missed. 2 things that were actually kind
Fair.
of, I wouldn't say exciting, but at least talk worthy. Number 1, You had MJF is one of my favorite guys to promo and or watch. Okay,
Fair.
Did you see anything that
No.
MJF and Jeff Jarrett? Okay,
No.
Here's the thing.
got
They're
nothing
putting
this
a
week.
rivalry on these two. Okay.
Okay.
And Jeff Jarrett and like, listen, me and you, we love to joke around and we like to have our fun. They got so personal, bro. They got so personal that it was actually uncomfortable.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. MJF is
You have
talking
my-
about.
you-
I am not joking here. Jeff
You have
Jarrett.
my attention.
So MJF rips into Jeff Jarrett and basically talks about his wife
no.
because she used to be married to Kurt Angle and says some things. Jeff Jarrett rips into MJF's girlfriend, and he makes a mention about how some guys in the back have had some situations with his girlfriend. Dude, it was to the point where these guys sat there and said, hey, I'm going to say this about your wife. You say this about my girlfriend. And we'll get into. And then at the very end, they start talking about Owen Hart. It was so manufactured, Dimitri. It was bad, bro. It was bad where, I love my controversy. I love my jokes. I love my whatever. It was so bad that I was like, whoa, like that is gross and that is wrong. Like you guys went too far and it was just wrong. It was just like, I'm dead serious. If anyone knows anything about me over the last year, I love my jokes. Me and Dimitri joke a lot. These guys took it to the point where it was like, if it was authentic, Dimitri, where like you got two guys at a bar and they're just like jabbering each other and you're like, whoa, that's hilarious. Whoa, what that guy said. You could tell these guys were talking about this before.
Oh, no.
And it was bad, buddy.
Okay.
If you YouTube it, you will actually cringe. It's bad.
You had my attention. Now you lost my
No, dude, it was bad. I'm the first one to tell you it was bad. It was not good. And then finally, my favorite guy, Hook. He comes out. He's fighting Christian Cage. After the 15th suplex that Cook put on Christian Cage, I was about to turn it off. And then all of a sudden, who came down that short little ramp? Samoa Joe. And buddy, let me tell you one thing. Since the last time I saw him, which was here in Calgary, when he got ran through a drywall on a forklift, tell me how the walkaway is not the greatest thing since the people's elbow.
Greatest.
It's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
It's a look on his face.
Thank God for Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to tell you.
We need a power ranking system.
We do. And he's going to be number one on my power ranking if there was this
somehow.
week. That's it.
We got to come up with a crafty name for like a power rank.
So then the ladies end up AEW on the gauntlet match. They need a challenger for the championship match.
Okay.
And this is why I said to you earlier, they've given up to some degree. They're like, we got our TV money. We got everything else. What do we need now? Well, we need this gauntlet match. We gotta put somebody over. And buddy, you know what's the worst is when you got somebody like South Carolina George right now is my perfect example.
Yeah.
He's gonna yell into the air or wherever he is right now, and he's going, Mitch, how could you not know who Megan Bain is? Okay, I'm sure she's great. She comes out third in the roulette match or whatever she calls it. And everyone, buddy, the crowd, so the commentators are all like, I don't believe it, it's Megan Bain. Pin drop. Pin drop, buddy.
See,
Pin drop.
this is where it's like, this means more to you than it means to us.
It was so bad. At the end, I will say this.
Can I tell you the greatest?
The new Tony Storm
Yeah.
is an awesome Tony Storm.
Okay, I'm going to tell you who the greatest person in AEW is.
Yeah.
It's Tony Schiavone.
Yeah, maybe.
Because if you can walk in week to week to be that excited and really put the effort in,
Right.
good on you.
I'm telling you right now, you could see he was like, holy cow, I have to sell this as hard as I possibly can.
This is what I'm saying.
It was
I'm taking
one of
your word for it. I already know this about the Schiavone.
Dude, it was pretty bad, man. I actually felt bad for her. I felt bad for him. I felt bad for no one in the crowd knew what was going on. They're like, okay, and by the way, she looks great. She looks like she could be the next World Women's Championship. But everyone's like, who is that? Who's that?
Yeah.
Megan Payne.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like a person who.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's kind of like a person who like walks into our
Japan,
community.
right? Yeah, no.
It's like for someone who walks into our like the Greek community.
No, for sure.
Yeah, who's that? It's like the cousin of Mitch. Mitch Hodges. Like first cousin, second cousin.
Oh, she's.
I don't know what that is. Weird.
Oh, wait, that's good. Yeah.
So who do you think?
Who's that?
She's single.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Yeah.
She had the.
Not.
Oh, really?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Second cousin.
She's.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Baptized too.
Really? All I'm gonna say is this: it's time for the alternate scenario.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Okay.
All right. So, this was just sent out to me and you before we got here.
Okay.
TNA, WWE are in partnership.
Cahoots,
ladies and gentlemen. This
They're
is
in
big.
Old school.
With that being known,
Cahoots.
and in 2 weeks, Royal Rumble is about to happen. Dimitri, I'll tag you in. Who do you want to see from TNA? Come over to WWE for the Royal Rumble. I'll tag you in.
Listen, you know, I know, and everyone that's been listening knows that if you say his name, he will appear. I started an episode like it. It's gotta be the Hendry, baby. Let me take you in.
Listen, there's another guy, I think, and he's been here in Calgary at the dungeon. It's Moose. I want to see Moose in the Royal Rumble.
Tag me in. I got another one. You can't tell me he was there before. He left only to come back. Mr. Nico Nemeth.
I know. I found myself watching it last night on TNA, by the way. A little TNA. I don't know. It's exciting.
I think the 2025 ACT has a little more.
Oh, yeah.
TNA.
Oh, yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
All right, real quick. Was the crowd onside or offside with the Hogan booing? Be honest. I'm tagging you in.
Hot take, offside.
Yeah, tag me back. Yeah, what is your guys' problem?
Yeah, what's wrong with
He's
you?
an American icon.
Okay?
It's Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan.
He fought for the rights of every man.
And that's how you repay him? That's how you repay him?
A real American?
Because he has an opinion about who he likes as a presidential candidate? Shame on you, California.
Because let me tell you something. When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside, yeah, sometimes you got to be a man.
And you can't let it slide.
Yeah. You know what? Because when you hurt our friends, you hurt our pride.
That's right.
Because we got to be men.
You can't let it slide.
I'm a real American.
No, but seriously, you know what? He's Hulk Hogan. He's Hulk Hogan.
Where were you, world, when you needed him to beat Andre the Giant?
If it was Iron Sheik, I get it.
Yeah,
Nikolai Volkov, I get it.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan!
Oh, Hulk, we need you to beat King Kong Bundy. Oh, Hulk, we need you to beat Andre the Giant. Oh, Hulk, the Warrior has a problem.
If that was Bret Hart with a Canadian flag, I feel like you guys would have booed him too.
Shame on you.
Shame is right.
Shame on you.
Last question of alternative scenario. So, Mike might get a little mad, but Mike, don't take it personally. Vince McMahon. His scenario, apparently, I saw some rumblings this week.
Okay.
Payoffs, this, that, the other. But apparently, he might be looking into a new promotion. Here's my question. Do we take it serious? If Vince McMahon was to actually start his own promotion, would you watch? Yes or no? I'll tag you in.
Could you imagine if it was AEW? Let me tag you in.
maybe that's exactly what this has been going on. Tony goes, I don't know this business. I'm in football and furniture and all that other stuff that made me billions of dollars. Hey, Vince, you want a little piece of this?
Oh, no.
I mean, he's got a head start.
Move on, Mitch.
He's got a head start.
We just got back. You got the knowledge.
All right, there it is. There it is.
We just got back.
Oh, wait, would you look at that? It's Nick calling me back again.
Listen, while you take that call, I will.
Nicky!
Oh, stop it. Take that over there. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you one thing. It's been really good to be back. I know we took a little bit of a hiatus like a lot of us did here, but we love talking about wrestling. We're trying to have fun with it. Thank you for bearing with us. This is the alternate commentary table brought to you by the Celebrate Wrestling podcast feed. Download it anywhere where you're getting your podcast. Listen to all the shows. We're all different, but we're all the same. Thank you very much for all the support. Thank you for all of you that chime in on the channel. Team MWO, I think, is it? Or I don't know what how's the Facebook page?
It's a celebrity?
Sure.
Celebrity?
Whatever it is, get on that Facebook page.
Celebrity?
Mitch Hodges, Dimitri Carolus, Joe Aguinaldo, Andy Evans, Daddy, Mike McGuire. Search those names. You'll figure it out. Thank you very much for tuning in. We really appreciate you.
Say my name. It's Mitch.
I believe in Celebrate Wrestling.
I like it. Na, 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 na. I like it. That's good.
Anyways, bye, Mitch. You got anything else to say?
Hold on. Nick's calling me back. He said he had the phone. Put me on hold. I'll call you back. Chair shot.